Ngā mihi o te ata. Welcome back to Breakfast. It is coming up to 10 minutes to 9. Now, it's been just over a decade since Jordan Rondel began the Caker. In that time, she's grown the business to one of Auckland's most popular cake shops. Her cake kits are on shelves in the US, and she's hustling over in LA.
It's been a while since Jordan was last in the studio, so while she's back in Aotearoa for a trip, we've nabbed us for some quick cake chat. But this is also a story about reinvention, right? And about what you do to find opportunity when the world changes. The Caker couldn't sell cakes in lockdown, but her cake kits have become huge sellers. So lockdown tooketh away on the other hand and giveth with Jordan Rondel, aka the Caker. Morena, welcome, Jordan. Welcome home.
Thank you so much.
I'm making a real hair.
Very good to be home.
So you started with one shop on K Road in Auckland.
Yes.
And now these kits are in shops in America. Yes,
so we launched them in America back in October.
Yep.
So they're pretty new.
Yep.
But doing really well so far. So.
And in fact, pandemic, bizarre. The silver lining is that people have started baking at home.
Yeah.
And if you're not very good at baking, your kits are a blessing, right?
That's right. Yeah, I hate to say it, but timing was kind of on my side in this circumstance. You know, people either rediscovered their love for baking or discovered it for the first time, I think, during this pandemic. And yeah, I just so happened to have a product which suited that. So.
Yeah,
well, during the pandemic, I found it that it cemented the fact that I am useless at baking. So these are amazing. So talk to us about what's in this kit, because you've got everything, right?
There's a few components, yeah. So we call it a kit because it does contain sort of everything you need to make a cake. It's not just the mix, you know. So there's the base, which is the cake mix. You've got your icing mix. You've got a cake tin liner, so you can line your tin. In this particular one, you've got the sachet of matcha, and then the recipe card and some little decorations too.
And so it's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle, right? You're assembling it, but you feel good because you've done it yourself.
That's the idea. Yeah. And you can tell all your friends you made it yourself. That's, you know, I encourage that.
Jordan, because I really like cooking and I'm quite good at it, but I'm useless at baking. Right? What's happened there? Why have lots of us lost baking?
Because it's quite a precise thing, right?
It is a science. It's a science, and I feel like a lot of people say that I can cook, but I can't bake.
Yeah.
Sort of one or the other. But I'm a self-taught baker, completely self-taught, and I've kind of learnt to take that science out of it somewhat and make people a bit less afraid of it. I think, I think it doesn't have to be as scary as people make out.
So what started you in terms of baking then? Because you talk about it, you taught yourself. So why? What
I was
made
just
you
utterly obsessed with it. I've been baking since I was, you know, a little girl, and just, you know, baking my whole life. I would get home from school and push the homework aside, and all I would do was get in the kitchen and bake. And then one day I made a particularly good cake, and my parents...
How old were you?
That was when I started the cake when I was 21.
But when you made the particularly good cake?
Well, I would have been probably 20. It was like the year before I started. And my dad or my parents were like, you know, you're really good at this. Why don't you do something about it?
I was going to say, at what point did you know I can actually make a living out of this?
Probably in that first year of business, honestly. It kind of turned into something overnight. It was quite quick and, yeah, quite extraordinary. I sort of look back and I'm not sure how it all happened, but... yeah.
Do we have a tight shot? Sorry,
yeah.
Christoph, our poor old director in Shiga, this is really unfair. But if you're wondering what the fuss is about and why Jordan went off, look at this cake on the table here. So all of us, it was a sort of elevation. It was the kind of making cakes. They're still delicious, still wonderful, still naughty, still a treat, but also high.
You just put it completely into, you took that sentence out of my mouth. That's what it's all about for me. It's about making cakes that they're all about how they taste, you know, and we have a saying, cakes should taste even better than they look. So they should look great, but they should taste even better.
Yeah. Love that. So that's this particular
So that's the matcha cherry cake mix. Completely fail-proof, can't muck it up.
You reckon?
You can have that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go.
Okay, will you?
Yeah,
will you photograph how you went? So we've got a shot of that one.
Yeah, that's how it should look.
Yeah, and then and so so you got to tell the truth.
Pressure's on.
You can't go to the K Road and buy one now that we're out of lockdown.
No, I'll bring it in tomorrow. So what other flavours have you got?
So then there's the flourless dark chocolate one, which comes with a sheet of 24-karat edible gold leaf, very lush. We've got coconut, raspberry, lime leaf, and then we've got strawberry, lemon, and poppy seed.
And vegan cakes are a thing now, aren't they?
Yep, so 3 of these are vegan, or can be made vegan.
Yep.
You just have to add like some light olive oil and your choice of milk, so almond milk, whatever you like. This is the only one that isn't because it does need eggs.
Yep.
But they're literally as good as non-vegan cakes.
And how's business in America?
Yeah. Business in America is good. It did take us almost a year to get to market with the cake kits. We had, and I say we, it's me and my sister. We set up a whole supply chain from, beginning to end, just 2 sisters in a very unknown world, and it was a lot. It was a lot of stress, but we finally launched in October. And we've had some really good press, and it's all going pretty well. So
congratulations,
Thank
Jordan.
you.
It's a real. This is your story, right? Started from scratch by you, because you had a belief that this was worth doing, and it's
it's all about perseverance and sticking to your passion and what you set out to achieve. And yes, there's hurdles, but you can jump them.
Nice. Go you good thing.
Yeah,
Thanks so much, Jordan. And I'm going to give this a go.
Okay,
Good
great.
luck. Not that you need it.
Fail-proof. We'll see.
And Jordan, welcome home.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Mary Tonu Mai, stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.